Welcome back to these British Summer Championships 2023, live from Ponds Forge International Sports Centre here in Sheffield. We are on day 3 and we are on session 6. This is the second heat session of today. Coming up for you, we have the women's 800 metres freestyle. It will be heat declared winner. So those sessions at the top, those events at the top we've already had. You're focusing on that bit at the bottom. Women's 800 freestyle, heat declared winner. First race will go off very shortly at 1 o'clock. And there will be 9 heats of this one. Swimmers for heat number 1 are making their way onto poolside. Once again, this is the women's 800 metre freestyle heats. Here is your start list for heat number 1. There will be 6 swimmers going in this one. In lane 2, Peyton Chesters of Warrington Warriors. In lane 3 is Constance Naranjo of Barnet Copthall. In lane 4, Willow Harrison goes City of Sheffield Swim Squad. In lane 5, it's Isabel Hitchmore of Warrington Warriors. In 6, Jasmine Hall, Basildon and Phoenix. And in lane 7, Adia Saluku of Derby Excel. Over first. At the turn, it was Peyton Chesters ever so slightly, just 7 100ths ahead. She got her feet to the wall before Hall in that orange hat in lane 6. So your current race leader at the bottom of the screen. Come into the first 100 metres. Still Hall. Now Hall gets her feet to the wall first. Slightly quicker on that 50, 34.36 split for Hall to Chesters is 34.51. His company, Chesters and Naranjo, keeping each other company at the bottom of the pool. Both wearing yellow hats, different clubs. Warrington Warriors for Chesters, Barnet Copthall for Naranjo. And now it is Naranjo that gets her feet to the wall first. Those 2 swimmers in your picture at the moment, swimming in the 15 years age group category. All other swimmers in this one, swimming in the 13 and 14 years mixed age group. Jasmine Hall in lane 6 of Basildon and Phoenix is the youngster of the pack here. She's the 13-year-old in the race, so she would have another year in this age group category. So we hit the 200 mark. And it is Constance Naranjo, 2:16.30 from Peyton Chesters, with Jasmine Hall currently in 3rd position. Going into this turn, Naranjo still in the lead ever so slightly. She wrapped 35.90. Peyton Chester's just 6/100ths quicker for her 50. Those two under 36 seconds for the 50. As we come now into the 300-meter turn, Naranjo is ever so slightly inching away. She was quicker that time, 35.65 for her, compared to Chester's is 36.03. Jasmine Hall put in a 50, 35.99, starting to make her move. And then just up from Hall it is Salaku of Derby Excel. Naranjo, 35.54, another 50 for her, under the 36 mark. She turns first. Chester's in second, 36.09 was her split. Let's watch out for Jasmine Hall, that orange hat there of Basildon and Phoenix, towards the top of your shot. Definitely upped her pace. .440 flat for Naranjo at the 400-meter mark. Halfway through this first heat of 9. This is heat declared winner, so there will be no final. There will be age group medal presentations at the end of the session. Still a long way to go for those medalists to decide it though. Naranjo, 5:16.88, a 36.88 lap for her. That's one of her slowest at to date. And there we can see the 36.5 for Chester's. One lane closer to us has brought the two athletes level. Salaku at the top of the pool, trying to get closer to Jasmine Hall. Those two have got their own race going on there at the top. Well, Hall still has her sights set on our race leaders. Hall did claw back a bit of time on Constance Naranjo on that one. And now Peyton Chester's has gone into the lead. Isabel Hitchmell and Willow Harrison in the centre lanes. They're on their own pacing, swimming their own race, little off the battle at the front. There's Peyton Chester's to the 36.07 lap, whereas Naranjo's dropped now down to 37.01. So Jasmine Hall, she could catch Naranjo here. She lapped a 36.7 there. But also Salaku has made her move. She is up almost onto the shoulder of Jasmine Hall. The battle there in 6 and 7 that we can see at the top of the screen. Peyton Chester's goes over 6:06.03, 36.46 her 50. Salaku 36.0 for the fastest 50 in the field on that length. And now she does indeed come up in line with Jasmine Hall, who also comes up in line with our early race leader, Constance Naranjo. As they hit this turn, there'll be 3 laps to go. And it is Chester's of Warrington Warriors over first. 36.32 her pace for that 50. Salaku still the quickest in the field at the moment. 36.23 for her, 50. Up in lane 7. There is your race leader. And you can just see that battle going on behind her. It does look like Adia Salaku might be edging that battle at the top as they go over. And Salaku does indeed take the touch by 14/100ths of a second into that final 100. We heard the bell for the first time of this session. That signals 100 meters to go. Now we see the swimmers going to their feet. Salaku there with the stronger kick at the top, and she does look to be pulling away from Jasmine Hall. Has Hall got anything to respond with? Chester's over first, followed by Salaku. Then Hall very closely behind. Willow Harrison is coming back nicely. The City of Sheffield swimmer in lane 4 has closed the gap quite significantly on Constance Naranjo. But this first heat is going to be led out by this swimmer here coming under the flags now, Peyton Chester's Warrington Warriors. She swam that very well indeed. She stops the clock in a time of 9:27.68. She came in with an entry time of 9:37 as we just turn our attentions to Isabel Hitchmore. Yeah, the Warrington Warriors swimmer in this one. She comes in now to touch the wall. 9:51.60 for Hitchmore. So there are your official results of heat number 1. Peyton Chester's 9:27.68. Adia Salaku of Derby Excel winning the battle of the 13-14 age group in that heat. We're straight on to heat number 2. Here is your start list. In lane 0, it's Elizabeth Warner, City of Leeds. In lane 1, Katie Woon, Camden Swiss Cottage. In 2, it's Annie McLeod, Putteridge Swimming Club. In 3, we've got Isla Roberts of Hackney Aquatics Club. In 4, Abigail Smiley, Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In 5, Lucy Matthews, City of Coventry. In 6, Evie Mackey of Larnock. In 7, Darcy Smith, Portsmouth North Sea. In lane 8, Elizabeth Land, Newcastle Swim Team. And in lane 9, Evelyn Hallisey, Newcastle Swim Team. Out first, it is Isla Roberts of Hackney Aquatics, 30.69 for her. And McLeod touched second at that first turn. We have an empty lane in lane 4. No Abigail Smiley in this one. As we come up to complete the first 100 meters is Isla Roberts. In lane 3, Hackney Aquatics still leading the way. McLeod in second. And at the top of your shot in lanes 6 and 7, Evie Mackey and Darcy Smith going very well as well. Isla Roberts going over first there, 34.94 for that 50 for her. Quickest 50 in the field coming from lane 0. City of Leeds is Elizabeth Warner. But at the moment, for now, this is your race leader. But look at the top there. Evie Mackey and Darcy Smith pushing each other on. McLeod, Roberts in lanes 2 and 3, and Matthews in 5 are in the age 15 category. All other athletes are in the 13-14 years age group in this one. Lucy Matthews be hoping for a good swim here. Her swimming hat came off in the 1500 meters. We've seen that a few times this week. I think I've counted 3 times where a swimmer has lost a hat during an event. Always unfortunate, especially on those longer distance races. So she'll be looking to put in a good swim here. As once again, Roberts goes over first, 2:50.38. Elizabeth Warner once again with the quickest 50 of the field, and it's taken her into second position down there in lane 0. So there's racing. It's quite widespread, this race. As we come into the turn at the 100-meter end. So the 100-meter end is the scoreboard end. The 50-meter end is the diving pit end. 10 laps left to go for these swimmers. And now edging ahead, it looks like Darcy Smith, the 13-year-old from Portsmouth, North Sea, trying to make her move, but it is really still between Isla Roberts, Elizabeth Warner and Darcy Smith. Roberts has led from the start, coming up to the halfway point. 25 meters to go to halfway. They've all settled into very similar paces in this second 200 meters. Once again, it's Roberts over first, followed by Warner, followed by Smith, with Mackie just half a second behind. That time, the quickest 50 came from Darcy Smith of Portsmouth, North Sea. 35.37 for her on that one. Her and Mackie were shoulder to shoulder for much of the first part of this race. But now Smith looks to be putting some space between them. Mackie will fight to get back on level terms. And again, Roberts over first. Warner slipped slightly now to 36.17, her pace. Darcy Smith, 35.89 that time. And indeed, Darcy Smith is taking Evie Mackie with her. Isla Roberts goes over at the 500-meter mark. That time it was Mackie that put in the quickest 50, and that's brought her back level with Darcy Smith. That battle at the top of the pool is going to lead them. They will hope to overhaul our early leader. Well, our leader for the entirety of this race so far. Roberts of Hackney Aquatics. She's looking strong. She's looking controlled. Her pacing is good. It's a 35.75 there from Roberts. Mackie and Darcy and Smith literally stroke for stroke. 35.83, 35.85 for lanes 6 and 7. Isla Roberts very much swimming her own race here in lane number 3. She's kept pace. She hasn't really responded to the people around her. Elizabeth Warner there looked like she was trying to find an extra gear again. She's dropped back down to 36.0. Quickest 50 of that lap. Darcy Smith, Portsmouth North Sea, but a quick one as well there from Evelyn Hallisey. She's dropped down to 35.85 up the top in lane number 9. Elizabeth Warner back into second position. She's just dropped down a 35.2750, the fastest that we have seen throughout this race. And that has been enough to draw a level with our early race leader. It'll be interesting to see what the scoreboard says as they turn into the final 100 meters. The bell rings, and it is indeed Elizabeth Warner that's hit the front. As I said, Isla Roberts, from her own race, she's paced it perfectly. Has she got a response? Sue Warner in the outside lane. Indeed, as Darcy Smith, who always seems to finish quickly, got anything left as we see her go to her legs. Open up another gap between her and Evie Mackey. One lane closer to us. Look, this promises to be an exciting last 50 meters, and it will be Warner that goes over first in lane 0. 34.56 for her, 34.45 for Roberts' 50 there. So both up that pace, as you would expect in the final 100. Still 1/100th between Smith and Mackey. And their 50s, they've been matched the whole way. As we come into the finish, it will be Elizabeth Warner that takes that out. 9:17.71, finishing with a 31.97. Isla Roberts did finish quickly. She had the quickest 50, 31.51, but Warner had done enough with that spurt of energy and speed in the final couple of 100 meters. As we just see there, KT1 finish 9:42.89 for the swimmer from Camden Swiss Cottage. Elizabeth Warner came in with a time of 9:35. She's just gone 9:17. Away we go with heat number 3 of 9. In lane 0, it's Alexa Mann of Chelmsford City. In 1, it's Alicia Stevens of City of Birmingham. In 2, Sedona Reed, City of Leeds. In 3, Katie Sherlock, Mount Kelly. In 4, Zara Beaumont, Worcester. In 5, Rebecca Coogan, Rumford Town. In 6, Jemima Saul, Portsmouth North Sea. In 7, Amelie Shaw, Guildford City Swimming Club. In 8 is Clara Guinness of Tigers, Jersey. And in lane 9, Emmy Aitken of University of Aberdeen. And it was Aitken that led out from the top in lane 9. But they were all pretty much in a line as lanes 4's Zara Bowman starts to head the front of the field down this first 100 meters. Still 700 to go though, so plenty more swimming to be done. But it is Bowen that goes over at the 100 meter mark. 105.14 her opening 100. The only swimmer to split under 34 seconds on that second 50 there, and that's what's given her that advantage. Going well at the top of the screen, Emmy Aitken. We said she led after 50. She's still going quite well there at the top. But it's Beaumont over first. And And Aitken did put in a very quick 50 there, dropped under the 35-second mark, 34.89 for her. That got her back on level terms with Beaumont. Also going well now, we see a lot, that yellow hat of the city of Leeds. Sedona Reed in lane 2. She will go over first at the 200 mark, 2:15.79 for her. 34.94 was her 50 split. Only swimmer under 35 seconds on that lap. We've got two 14-year-olds in this one. Stevens in 1 and Aitken up in lane 9. Then the 15-year-olds are Coogan in 5, Saul in 6. They're in a direct race with each other. And then the 16-year-olds are Shaw and Guinness in 7 and 8, and Reed in 2. And then Mann, Sherlock and Beaumont are in 17. So they're racing each other as well. Once again, this is heat declared winner. So we'll wait until the end of all 9 heats and we will have our medalists, and the ceremony will take place at the end of this session. Going well there. In lane 2 it is Reed. She leads the way at this, the 300-meter mark. .35.26 for Reed is the quickest 50 of that lap. So she is the quickest swimmer in the water at the moment. And that would be explain why she is pulling away from the field. Trying to fight back. At the top of our picture is Emmy Aitken, University of Aberdeen. And 1 lane closer to us, Stevens of City of Birmingham. 1 lane closer to us than Reed, that is. It is Reed, 35.40 for that 50. She's looking strong at the moment, but there is Stevens starting to lead the rest of the field. Coming through as well. Well, in lane 5 is Coogan of Romford Town. Over first it is Reed, then it will be Stevens just ahead of Emmy Aitken, still in this at the top of the pool. Rebecca Coogan in lane 5 does look like she's trying to make her move now. But it's difficult here to see past Sedona Reed. She's attacked this with confidence. 35.37 for her. Stevens 35.82. So she's holding a good pace. Emmy Aitken just dropped slightly there. And Clara McGuinness of Tigers jersey, she's now up level with Aitken up in lane 8 and 9. You can see them at the top of your shot. .35.6 again for Reed. She's consistently in those 35s. Stevens 35.86. So Stevens breaking away. She's broken away from the field behind her. But Rebecca Coogan really trying to move things along in the center of that pool. But it's Clara Guinness that has decided she's going to go. She's definitely using her feet more, and she's come and she's passed Aitken, and now she's up level with Coogan. Reed and Stevens in 2 and 1, repping almost the same time on that 50, just 3/100 slower Stevens was than Reed. And then the two yellow hats are fighting it out for third position in this heat at the moment. That is Tigers jerseys Guinness and Romford Town's Coogan. Over she goes once again, Sedona Reed. She would have seen Elizabeth Warner in the heat before her finish strongly. That sometimes gives you the confidence to know that your squad is swimming well. She's opened up quite a sizable gap now, Reed, from the others. Stevens goes over second. Tight then between Guinness, who's now in third position, Coogan, who's now in fourth, Jemima Saul in fifth. As we come in now, we will hear the bell. Sedona Reed will see the number 2, hear the bell. 100 meters to go for her in this heat number 3. There she is. She's, like I said, she swam this race with confidence. Another person who swam it with confidence is up there in lane 8, Clara Guinness. She's built all the way through this. She's looking strong. Will Alyssa Stevens be able to hold on to that second position? Coogan still not out of that battle with Guinness either, but no doubt about who is going to take this heat as she enters the final 25 meters. Sedona Reed came in here with a time of 9:28.27. She's going to be under that. She's going to go 9:18.88. Very tight here at the finish. Little sprint at the end of an 800 meters, and spoils of that sprint go to Jemima Saul, head of Guinness and Coogan. But another Leeds hat gets to the wall first as we wait on those official results. They have now been confirmed. They are your results of heat number 3. Here is your start list for heat number 4. And away we go with heat number 4. In lane 0, it's Sophie Dowding, Team Ipswich. In 1, it's Catherine Noble of Newcastle Swim Team. In 2, Shay Stewart, Nova Centurion. In 3, Matilda Potter, City of Leeds. In 4, Maisie Dickinson, Wickham District. In 5, Lucia Lopez, City of Milton Keynes. In 6, Isla Ince, Millfield. In 7, Lauren Lilly, City of Leeds. In 8, Charlotte Sorrell, Chase. And in lane 9, Jessica Cater, Nova Centurion. Noble of Newcastle Swim Team turns first at the first 50, 31.32 for her. Joint with Charlotte Sorrell of Chase at the opposite side of the pool in lane number 8. Nothing to separate those two in that down that first length. Here we see again in these early stages of the race, the outside lanes taking it on. Turning first, getting their feet to the wall first, it was Sorrell in lane 8, followed very closely by Shay Stewart of Nova Centurion. And half a second behind her was Catherine Noble in lane 1. So those two swimmers down at the bottom of your screen having their little battle. And at the top there in the yellow hat of Chase, that is Sorel. At the front of the field for now. Sorel goes over first. She repped a time of 34.74 there. The only swimmer to go under 35 seconds on that 50. So we can expect to see that that gap did open up a little bit, but now down at the bottom, Noble and Stewart look to be pushing each other along. That can help sometimes when you're chasing an early leader. As we come in to the turn at 200 meters. And still Sorel has the lead from Stewart, from Noble, but of the three, it was Noble with the quickest 50 that time. There is Stewart and Noble. There's that battle, and there is your race leader, Sorel, at the top, starting to come through in lane number 4, Maisie Dickinson of Wickham District. Still Sorel leading from Stewart, from Noble, but Dickinson edging closer. Sorel there putting another fast 50, 35.05 that time. Does look like Stewart might be trying to drop Noble as well down at this battle at the bottom of the pool. Bridge the gap to our race leader. 300 meters completed. Sorel and Noble exactly the same 50 time there. Stewart just 2/100ths quicker than them both. There is Sorel. Doesn't seem phased at the moment. Holding pace. She goes over first. 35.3 for Charlotte Sorel on that 50. 35.6 for Stewart. Maisie Dickinson now up into third with a 35.4 for the swimmer from Wickham. Occupying lane 4, there you see her. The closer of the two yellow ley lines to us. As we come in to the halfway stage. Sorel still leading, 4:37.57 for her. But Shea Stewart slowly chipping away into that lead. Maisie Dickinson definitely looks like she is on the move. Next in her sights is Shea Stewart. Over first once again, Sorel. And it is Maisie Dickinson who now is swimming the fastest in the pool at the moment. She just produced a 35.16. She's breathing toward Dickinson there, breathing towards Stewart. Sorel still with the advantage. We go over at 500 meters. Dickinson now up into that second position. Stewart popped in at 36.14 there. As I said, Maisie Dickinson at the moment, fastest swimmer in the water. But Charlotte Sorel had a good first half of this race. She's got about a body length lead. And that time she did put in a quicker 50 than Maisie Dickinson. Matilda Potter also up the pace now, the lead swimmer in lane number 3. She's in between Stewart and Dickinson, so can use that to her advantage. Over goes Charlotte Sorrell for chase. She's led the whole way at the moment. Once again in lane 1 we see a swimmer without a swimming hat. Catherine Noble's hat unfortunately come off. And like we said, these distance events, a long way to go. It's hard enough when your swimming hat comes off on a 50. It's really difficult when it comes off on the distance events. Now Dickinson safely into second. The Sorrell goes over, 35.24 for her. She's repped slightly quicker than Maisie Dickinson, it's 35.52. So Dickinson's gonna have to find something a bit extra if she wants to track down this swimmer here, Charlotte Sorrell. In the last stages of the race, we will be hearing the bell at the 100-meter end this time. There is the bell. 100 meters to go. 2 lengths left of this Ponds Forge swimming pool. Maisie Dickinson sets off on her pursuit. Charlotte Sorrell still with that body length lead at the moment. Going well in lane 7, it's Lauren Lilly. And in lane 3, Matilda Potter, 2 lead swimmers there. So Lilly trying to overhaul Shea Stewart of Nova Centurion over the other side of the pool to her. But there is your race leader, Charlotte Sorrell. Maisie Dickinson is finishing very quickly indeed. She's definitely got the quicker swim speed, but Sorrell had the advantage, and it will come down to it. And Charlotte Sorrell just holds on there, 9:19.45 to Dickinson's 9:19.71. And the fast finishing Matilda Potter gets 3rd position there for Leeds, with Lauren Lilly, also of Leeds, finishing in 4th. Fast finishes from the lead swimmers as we just watch now for Isla Ince, the youngest swimmer in that race, 14-year-old from Millfield, completing the lineup. There are your official results of heat number 4. Here is your start list for heat number 5. In lane 0, it's Kerry Henney of Warrington Warriors. In 1, Sala Bernhold, Barnet Copdall. In 2, Alice Young, Guildford City Swimming Club. In 3, Emily Johnson, Severside Tritons. In lane 4, Susie McNair, Stirling Swimming. In 5, Evangeline Stacey, City of Leeds. In 6, Jessica Smelt, Borough of Kirklees. In 7, Madison Emmond, Guildford City Swimming Club. In 8, it's Alice Forrest, Northumberland and Durham Performance. And in lane 9, Hazeline Carter of Wickham District. The youngest in this one is lane 8's Alice Forrest, 14-year-old. She got the bronze medal in the 13, 14, 1500 meters on day 1. She's up there at the top of the screen in that red suit, 1 lane from the top. Also going well. She's going well here. Also going well in lane 1 is Sala Bernholt of Barnet Copthall. Good turn there from Madison Ement in lane number 7. There we see that turn brought her back into contention. Going well in this early stage is Forrest. At the top of the picture, Carter of Wickham District. Like many of the athletes in this, she's had a busy programme already, and we've seen her really build through her events and finish the second half of each race very strongly. So she'll be looking to do that again. But at the moment, this battle is unfolding between Ement and Forrest, with Bernholt at the other side of the pool, holding a similar pace. We'll check the pace as we come into this turn. 200 meters down. Quickest 50 there coming from Bernholt in lane number 1. But only 2 100ths quicker than Ement in 7. So they are holding a similar pace at the moment. Ement now up level with Alice Forrest. Those 2 swimmers at the top of your shot. They'll all go over together here. And it's Forrest that gets her feet to the wall first. But again, it's Bernholt with the quicker 50 there. These 3 swimmers are away at the moment from the rest of the field. .300 meters gone, and now Bernholt hits the front. Swimmer from Barnet Copthall in lane number 1. Alice Forrest currently in second, with Madison Ement in third. But just take a look at the inside of Ement there, starting to make their moves, is Evangeline Stacey of City of Leeds and Jessica Smelt of Borough of Kirklees. Stacey with a 34.89 for that 50. Bernholt still holding 34.5, as did Ement on that one. So the swimmers inside of Ement are going to have to find a bit more speed. Looks though Forrest is finding a little bit more speed. Her feet get to the wall ahead of Madison Ement that time round. 35.0 for Forrest on that 50. Emily Johnson just put in, dropped a 35.0. So there's movement all over the pool. Still at the front though, it's Bernholt of Barnet Copthall. She goes over first ahead of Forrest and Ement. Evangeline Stacey, 34.60 for her. That was the quickest 50 of the field that time out. Alice Forrest now a body length up on the 3 swimmers chasing her. Forrest just put in a 34.96 to go. Jessica Smelt matched that with a 34.94. Alice Young of Guildford City, 34.95. So as I said, swimmers definitely making their move, but they're all making it together. So it's not making too much of a difference in terms of position at the moment. But a familiar sight of that City of Leeds swimming hat starting to work its way through the field as Evangeline Stacey takes that third position. It's a slither of a lead over Jessica Smelt, but it is there. This is where the battle is at the top of the pool. Sarla Bernholt seems to be away for Barnett Copdall. There's still plenty of action to be had at the top. 200 meters to go. There is your race leader for this heat, heat number 5. There is your action happening at the top of the shot. Looks like Emmett of Guildford City just dropping off the pace now. Smelt and Stacey pretty much stroke for stroke as they go over. And it was Smelt 34.80, Stacey 34.86. Emily Johnson working her way through down the pool. That was a 34.84 for her. Currently in 6th position from lane 3. There is the bell for Sarla Bernholt. There's the bell for everybody else. Forrest with her feet to the wall, second. Now Smelt, just 0.19 ahead of Evangeline Stacey. Those three are going to be in a sprint down this final 75 meters. Something really special would have to happen for them to catch Bernholt. She turns on to the final 50. She looks to be away with this one for the heat victory. But behind her, Smelt leads Stacey by 0.13 of a second. And Alice Forrest still in this as well. Stacey's gone to her legs, a big kick from the lead swimmer, and it pays off. She gets the touch by 8/100ths for second over third from Jessica Smelt, but Sarla Bernholt, very impressive swim from her indeed. She came in with a time of 9:21.84 and she's gone a 9:07.12. Lots of good times in that, which is all you can really ask for. As again, once again, they are heat declared winner, these 800 meters. So at the end of all 9 heats, we will get the results for each age group and the medals will be awarded. They are your official results of heat number 5 of the women's 800 meter freestyle. Here is the start list for heat number 6. In lane 0, it's Hannah Hodgkiss of Repton Swimming. In 1, Millie Threlfall, City of Leeds. In 2, Amelia John, City of Cardiff. In 3, Grace Cummings, Thanet Swim Club. In 4, Laura Hodgson, Newcastle Swim Team. In 5, Jess Widdowson, City of Leeds. In 6, Amy Kenworthy, Winsford Swimming Club. In 7, Eleanor Chadwick, Barnett Copdall. In lane 8, it's Evie Clare, Stockport Metro. And in lane 9, Sky Austin Burrows of Rushmore Royals. Turning first after 50 metres, it is Cummings of Thanet Swim Club in lane 3, just ahead of Amelia John of City of Cardiff. Millie Threlfall, there's a couple of Leeds hats in here. We've come to expect them to finish strongly. And Millie Threlfall, she's the gold medalist in the 1500 metres freestyle on day 1 in the age 13-14 category. So watch for her on this. At the moment it's still Grace Cummings leading the way after 100 metres. She is flanked by Amelia John and Laura Hodgson. Also going well in lane number 7, it is Eleanor Chadwick of Barnet Copthall. Just saw her teammates take victory in the previous heat. Good turn there from Hodgson. Swim in the middle of those 3 athletes that you're seeing on screen right now. Swimmer closest to us, John of Cardiff, was 4th in the 400 metres freestyle. So double the distance for her today. As now it is Hodgson that goes over first. She split a 33.97 for that 50. Only swimmer to go sub 34 seconds on that lap. Coming up, Jess Widdowson is coming up level with Grace Cummings as well. The yellow hat in lane 5 of City of Leeds. Over first, once again it is Hodgson. Another 33.50 for her. Once again the only swimmer under the 34-second mark. And she's now got almost 2 body lengths of a lead as her reward. John and Widdowson fairly evenly matched at the moment. Just looks like Widdowson might have it as they go over at the 300-metre mark. Here is your current race leader, Laura Hodgson of Newcastle's swim team. She is the oldest in the field in this one, in this heat. The youngest being Evie Clare of Stockport Metro in lane 8 and Millie Threlfall of City of Leeds in lane 1. They swim in the 13 and 14 years category. At the moment, winning that battle, it is Evie Clare by 0.8 of a second. Still a long way to go though. Now it looks like John might have edged slightly ahead of Widdowson in that fight behind Laura Hodgson as she goes to turn at 400 metres. Drop down to a 34.92 there, Hodgson. And Amelia John put in a 34.37 to Widdowson's 34.94. So there is where that change came from. Those 3 are currently away from the rest of the field. Hodgson back down to 34.31. 34.2 for Jess Widdowson that time, compared to Amelia John's 34.58. So that gap closed slightly. They're not in the same age group category. Amelia John is in the 16 years age group. Jess Widdowson in the 17 years age group. In this one, Eleanor Chadwick in lane 7 and Sky Austin Burrows in lane 9, also in the 16 years age group. At 500 metres, it's Laura Hodgson of Newcastle Swim Team leading the way from Jess Widdowson, who's gone back ahead of Amelia John. Evie Clare currently still ahead of Millie Threlfall. Jess Widdowson worked hard down that 50 and it paid off. She made up some ground on Laura Hodgson there, 34.36 for Widdowson compared to 34.8 for Hodgson. Widdowson fighting to get back on level terms with our race leader. Hodgson dropped down to 35.17, Widdowson 34.43, Amelia John 34.69. So Widdowson definitely catching Laura Hodgson at the moment. Has Hodgson got anything to respond with? Widdowson looks to be coming up onto the shoulder of Hodgson. Hodgson just holding on to the lead for now, but 34.4 for Widdowson, 34.79 for Hodgson, 34.57 for Amelia John. They are the three swimmers in the 34s, but Eleanor Chadwick of Barnet Copthall, you can just see her at the edge of your screen there. She also repped a 34 point for that 50. Here we come, there will be the bell. 2 laps to go, 100 meters. They touched together, 7:59.45. Their feet hit the pad at exactly the same time, Hodgson and Widdowson. So now it is a sprint to the finish. Amelia John had a very good turn there. Those three at the front, pushing each other all the way on this one. We go into the final turn. Hodgson opened up a bit of a lead there. Amelia John getting her feet to the wall second. It's all about who gets their hand to the wall down the other end though. And currently Evie Clare is winning the battle of the 14-year-olds over Millie Threlfall. But let's look at this, the race at the front. It's coming down to the wire. As we come into the finish, it will be Laura Hodgson that touches first, 9:06.03. Amelia John sneaks in there for City of Cardiff to get the second place touch, 9:06.67 and 9:06.82 for Jess Widdowson. Of the three swimmers, it was Amelia John who had the quickest last 50. Only by 5/100ths, but it all counts. There you can see how hard that last bit of the sprint was, but it was worth it for Laura Hodgson. There are the official results of heat number 6. Your start list for heat number 7. In lane 0, it's Lucy Parsons, City of Liverpool. In 1, Ella Bloxage, City of Salford. In 2, Eleanor Kay, Bolton Metro. In 3, Abby Mitchell, City of Leicester. In 4, Ava Cook, City of Sheffield. In 5, Chloe Goodridge, Northampton Swimming Club. In 6, it's Molly Baker, City of Sheffield. In 7, Liberty Gordon, Rushmore Royals. In lane 8, Pearl Griffiths, University of Surrey. And in lane 9, it's Fiona Byrne, City of Liverpool. Starting to see a number of the medalists from the other distance event this week, the 1500 metres that took place on day 1. Lucy Parsons down in lane 0 in that red hat of the City of Liverpool won the gold medal in the 16 years age group. Ava Cook would love a gold medal in this one to go with a silver from the 1500 and a bronze that she won in the 400 metres yesterday. That was in the 15 years age group. And Molly Baker got the bronze medal in the 1500 metres in the 16 years age group. So, as I said, we're starting to get to some of the distance medalists. We've seen some of them already in the younger age groups. But that red hat of City of Sheffield for Ava Cook would love to get a gold medal to complete the set. She goes over second, 138.78. Just 4 100ths behind Pearl Griffiths of University of Surrey, but Griffiths is 20 years of age. Coming up the top there in lane 8, there is Ava Cook. She's got company from Abby Mitchell, City of Leicester, and Eleanor Kay, Bolton Metro Swim Squad. Those 4 swimmers that are over. Also going well in lane number 7, Liberty Gordon of Rushmore Royals. We come into this turn. Ava Cook split a 34.31 for that 50. That was the quickest in the field. So at the moment she's got the quickest swim speed. Still going well up in lane 8, it's Pearl Griffiths. Cook will go over first at the 300 metre mark, followed by Abby Mitchell. Then it's Griffiths, and then it's Eleanor Kay. 34.01 that time from Cook. Once again, the quickest 50 in the field. She's now got a body length, just over a body length lead over Abby Mitchell. .33.88. Dropped into the 33s as Ava Cook. Building comfortably here, looking strong. Swimming with confidence. So Abby Mitchell, 34 points. She's the second fastest in the water at the moment. That's reflected by her position. Ava Cook there going through in 4:29.62. Abby Mitchell in second, 4:32.12. Pearl Griffiths still up there in lane 8 in third position, 4:34.28. But now we see movement. Ava Cook comfortably in the lead at the moment, but look at that battle that's developing at the top of the screen. In lane 6, the other City of Sheffield swimmer in this one, Molly Baker. She's put in a 34.78. She's moved into 4th position. She leads that chasing pack. Trying to go with her, it is Liberty Gordon of Rushmore Royals. And it does indeed look like Molly Baker is overhauling Eleanor Kay. Ava Cook goes over first, 5:37.90. Abby Mitchell second. Molly Baker over in third. Lucy Parsons down in lane 0. I mentioned the gold medalist in the 1500 meters starting to build through this second half of the race. Ava Cook at the moment out on her own. Seems unlikely that she will be caught. Not impossible, but unlikely. Abby Mitchell still holding on to that second position. Molly Baker in third. Molly Baker with a 34.26 lap that time out. She's definitely the swimmer with the speed at the moment. And she is making gains on Abby Mitchell. As Ava Cook turns, there's 200 meters to go. And now that lead of Abby Mitchell over Molly Baker is down to 0.3 of a second. Also going very strongly unnoticed down at the bottom of the pool. Difficult to see the swimmers in lane 0. But there she is, Lucy Parsons. Just slowly but surely, steadily building her way through. Cook's over and away, but Baker now into second position. 34.22 for her, Cook 34.11. So Baker repping almost as quickly as our race leader at this stage. And Lucy Parsons in lane 0 now, coming up level with Abby Mitchell. The bell goes for Cook, 100 meters to go. The bell goes for Baker, for Parsons, for Mitchell. They're all off onto their final 2 lengths. There is Ava Cook. She's had a very dominant performance in this 800 meters. I did say she was looking for a gold medal to complete the set. Of course, this is age group swimming, so there are still people to go in her age group in the next heat. So this and the final heat. So it won't be decided here right now, but she's given herself a really good chance. Ava Cook with 15 meters to go, as Lucy Parsons is finishing very quickly indeed in lane 0. She comes up level with Molly Baker, but taking the touch, it was never in doubt. Ava Cook 9:01.15. She came in with a time of 9:11.19. She'll be happy with that. Second, it was Lucy Parsons from lane 0. As we turn our attentions to Northampton Swimming Club's Chloe Guttridge in lane number 5, as she just comes in to finish the final 5 meters. And we wait for those results to be confirmed. There is your heat winner, Ava Cook. The official results are now in for heat number 7. Here is your start list for heat number 8. This is our penultimate heat of the women's 800 meters freestyle. In lane 0, it's Henrietta Damassa of Repton swimming. In 1, Jessica Arundel, Barnet Copthall. In 2, Abby Roscoe, Wirral Metro. In 3, Mari Craig, Edinburgh University. In lane 4, Ruby Griffiths, Mount Kelly swimming. In 5, it's Evangeline Belt, Plymouth Leander. In 6, Isabel Jobson, Loughborough University. In lane 7, Phoebe Arbuckle, Warren de Baths. In lane 8, Katie Lee, City of Salford. And in lane 9, Kate Cotter, Chelmsford City. Starting well, it is Cotter in lane 9. She did win a silver medal in the 1500 metres freestyle from lane 9 on day 1 of the competition. And she's looking pretty strong here in these opening stages. It will be Cotter that leads at the 100 metre mark. We have no swimmer in lane number 8. That's no Katie Lee of City of Salford. So Cotter swimming essentially on her own at the top there. One spare lane between her and the rest of the field. Next swimmer at the top there, Phoebe Arbuckle. She did win gold in the 1500 metres freestyle. She won silver in the 400 metres freestyle in the 15 years age group. Kate Cotter swims in the 16 years age group. There she is, Cotter of Chelmsford City, having a great week so far. 2 silvers to her name. At the moment it is still Cotter leading the way, but Ruby Griffiths in lane 4 of Mount Kelly looking to make a move. But it's Cotter from Arbuckle, from Griffiths, from Craig. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4 after 200 metres. As we go into the turn, it's still Cotter. But the bunch are collecting behind her. That's Phoebe Arbuckle of Warren de Baths, looking pretty strong here. She looks to be coming level with Kate Cotter as we come into another turn. This turn is the 300 metre turn, and it is still Cotter in the lead, but Arbuckle only 0.15 behind. Very small margin on an 800 freestyle, and also in the middle of the pool, the charge is coming from Craig and Griffiths in lanes 3 and 4. So Cotter going over there first. She's split in a time of 34.29 for that 50. Ruby Griffiths of Mount Kelly, 34.19, and Murray Craig, 34.15. So it is those 2 athletes in the centre of the pool. They've got fractionally quicker speed at the moment as they slowly look to claw that gap back. They have now caught up with Jessica Arundel. Also going well in that yellow heart of Barnet Copthall. So these 2 swimmers here at the moment in your shot. Craig in 3, Griffiths in 4. Craig wearing that Edinburgh University hat. They are the swimmers who look to be on a mission at the moment, pushing each other on, trying to catch our early race leaders. Craig is 19 years of age, Griffiths in the 17 years age group. And still Cotter leads from the top, lane 9. Maybe that's fast becoming her favourite lane. Got a slender lead over Phoebe Arbuckle. As previously mentioned, they are in different age group categories. Arbuckle in the 15 years age group, Cotter in the 16 years age group. Cotter split at 34.39 there, Arbuckle 34.49. Just a tenth of a second in it between those two and their pace. Fastest 50 coming from Craig in lane 3, 34.20 for her, and Griffiths 34.25. So they are making gains, small gains, but they are coming. It's 550 meters gone at this end. Cotter still in the lead. 0.3 of a second ahead of Phoebe Arbuckle. Craig now only half a second behind Arbuckle at that turn. So as things are about to get interesting. Once again, Cotter over first. 34.42 for her 50 there. Craig now less than 0.2 behind Phoebe Arbuckle. Ruby Griffiths a further half a second back from Craig at that last turn. Kate Cotter still holding on. Half a second ahead of Phoebe Arbuckle. Went exactly the same time there as Craig, so not lost any ground on that one. Abby Roscoe is the youngest in this race. In lane number 2, the Wirral Metro swimmer. She got silver in the 1500 in her age group as we hear the bell for the front 4 swimmers. 100 meters to go, 2 lengths of the pool. Craig has gone to her feet. Ruby Griffiths, 1 lane up from her, 1 lane up from the bottom of the shot. But it is Kate Cotter at the very top of the shot that has led all the way here. Will Craig overhaul her in the final stages? Craig has gone into second, ahead of Phoebe Arbuckle as we come down to enter the final 25 meters. It's getting exciting in Ponds Forge. As we come, it's going to come down to the touch, and it will be Cotter that takes it 9:02.09, ahead of Murray Craig 9:02.37, with Phoebe Arbuckle in third 9:03.04. So they are your official results of heat number 8. One more heat of these women's 800 freestyles to go. And then the medals will be decided for the relevant age groups, and the ceremonies will take place. Here's your start list for heat number 9. In lane 0, it's Anya Priest of Nova Centurion. In 1, it's Alice Deering of Loughborough University. In 2, Amber Keegan, City of Sheffield. In 3, Leah Crisp, Bath Performance Centre. In 4, Fleur Lewis, Loughborough University. In 5, Michaela Glenster, University of Stirling. In 6, Lucy Hanquay, Loughborough University. In 7, Lucy Fox, Wickham District. In lane 8, it's Emma Price, Northumberland and Durham Performance. And in lane 9, it's Belinda Britton of Ealing. Lucy Fox, very much the in-form swimmer at the moment. The 17-year-old, recently back from European Junior Championships. Went quicker than the time she posted there just 2 weeks ago, last night in the 400 metres freestyle. So she's already won gold in that 400 metres freestyle yesterday and on day 1 in the 1500 metres. She's looking for the hat-trick in her age group, the 17 years age group. But turning first at the 100, it's Alice Deering, Tokyo 2020 Olympian, open water swimmer. She's gone out fast, she's attacked this one. Going well in lane number 5, Michaela Glenister, winner of the 400 metres freestyle yesterday. 1 lane up from her, it's Lucy Hanquay of Loughborough University, winner of the 1500 metres freestyle on day 1. So they meet in the middle, kind of, at the 800 metres. It's the best that the pool event has got to offer. But watch out as well in lane number 4 for Fleur Lewis. She's been swimming very well this week, finished strongly in both the 1500 metres freestyle where she took silver and the 400 metres freestyle where she took bronze. She'd quite like, I'm sure, a gold medal to complete that collection. Alice Deering, though, down at the bottom of the shot in lane 1, still going very well in these early stages. It is Deering over first, 32.87, her 50 split. Next over, Leah Crisp of Bath Performance Centre. She took bronze in the 1500 metres on day 1. With Michaela Glinster in the 3rd. As we come to the 300 metre mark, the advantage that Deering has does seem to be getting smaller. Leah Crisp clawing back some ground. Crisp in that red hat in lane number 3. In lane 5, Glenister still going well. And 2 lanes up from her are Lucy Hanquay and Lucy Fox. 2 Lucys still going strongly as well. Fleur Lewis in between all of the action at the moment in that orange suit. Sitting, waiting. I'm sure she will pick up the pace in the second half of the race. Alice Deering over first. Leah Crisp second. Glenister third. Hanquay fourth. Deering dropped to 33.06 there. 32.9 from Crisp, 32.6 from Glenister. Also making her move now. It looks to be Lucy Hanquay. Just above those yellow lanes in lane number 6. Deering over first, down in lane 1. Back down to 32.8 for her. 32.8 for Leah Crisp as well. 32.79 for Fleur Lewis. 32.69 for Lucy Hanquay. Everyone has gone up a little gear as Leah Crisp looks to pull level with Alice Deering. Deering might hold on this turn. We come to the 500 meter mark. Deering just ahead still. Leah Crisp carrying more speed at the moment, half a second quicker on that 50 than Deering. And now up from Crisp, all 3 swimmers in a line. That's Lewis, Glenister and Hanquay. Hanquay looks like she's just got a slight advantage over that pack at the moment. But it's all about who gets their feet to the wall first on the turn. And it is Fleur Lewis who flipped around quickly and came out in front. As Leah Crisp pulls level, takes the lead from Deering, who's led for the majority of the race. She attacked it from the start. Crisp had to chase her down. Still a bit left in this one. It's by no means over. As Crisp goes over first, Deering second. Then Lewis 3 100ths ahead of Glenister, who's just 0.13 ahead of Hanquay. Little to no kick coming from Fleur Lewis or Michaela Glenister at the moment. As Leah Crisp now heads the front of the pack. She's got a body length ahead of everyone else. She just went a 33.25 for that 50. 32.95 from Glenister, 32.99 from Lewis, and 33.01 from Hanquay. So it's marginal, but it's quicker, and they're taking each other with them. So it's going to be an exciting last 100 for this race as the swimmers receive the bell. 2 laps to go as they turn. Leah Crisp with the advantage at the moment. Not much in the difference in the splits down that 50. And now this is where everyone goes to their feet. Who's got the speed in this final 100 meters? As I said, Leah Crisp definitely the swimmer with the advantage. She's got the body length ahead, but Fleur Lewis trying to get back on level terms, bringing Glenister and Hanquay with her. It is Crisp that goes over first. Deering in second. She just dropped to 32.33. That was the quickest split of the 50s of the field for that one. And Deering not out of this yet. It's very exciting last 15 meters. Leah Crisp still just in the lead. Deering working hard here. It's going to come right down to the wire, and it will be Leah Crisp that takes that one. 8:41.97 for Crisp. Deering in second, 8:42.14, finishing there on a 30.62. Her and Michaela Glenister, exactly the same split on that last 50 as Glenister comes in third. Lucy Hanquay fourth, Fleur Lewis fifth. That concludes our 800 meters heats here. There are your official results. We'll just wait on the medalists. So that concludes the swimming action for this heat session. We will have some medal ceremonies for you. Those medal ceremonies will be commencing soon, so if you need a snack, go get it now and bring it back to the screen. It's been a long day of swimming so far, but an exciting day of swimming. We'll see you soon. Don't go away. Here are the athletes for the first medal ceremony in the women's 800 meters freestyle. These will be for the 13-14 years age group, 15 years age group, and 16 years age group. These medals will be presented by Adam Clark, Associate Director at British Swimming. In the 13-14 years age group, the bronze medalist representing Stockport Metro is Evie Clare. And in the 15 years age group, the bronze medalist representing Northumbria and Durham Performance is Emma Price. And then representing the City of Liverpool, in the 16 years age group, the bronze medalist is Lucy Parsons. The silver medalist in the 13-14 years age group, representing Northumbria and Durham Performance, is Alice Forrest. In the 15 years age group, representing Warren de Bath, is Phoebe Arbuckle. And in the 16 years age group, representing City of Cardiff, it's Amelia John. Our gold medalist in the 13-14 years age group, representing Wirral Metro, it's Abby Roscoe. Our gold medalist in the 15 years age group, representing the City of Sheffield, is Ava Cook. And the gold medalist in the 16 years age group, representing Chelmsford City, it's Kate Cotter. We now move on to the medal ceremony for the women's 800 meter freestyle in the 17 years age group and the 18 years and over age group. In the 17 years age group, the bronze medalist representing City of Leeds is Jess Widdowstone. And in the 18 years and over age group, the bronze medalist representing University of Stirling is Michaela Glenister. In the 17 years age group, representing Mount Kelly, your silver medalist is Ruby Griffiths. And in the 18 years and over age group, your silver medalist representing Loughborough Uni is Alice Deering. And in the 17 years age group, your gold medalist representing Wickham District, it's Lucy Fox. And in the 18 years and over age group, representing Bath Performance Centre, the gold medalist is Leah Crisp. That concludes all of the heats action here this morning. We will be back at 5 o'clock for the finals. This is what you've got to look forward to. Men's 200 meters butterfly, lots of 100 meters backstroke, both for women and men, and including the multi-class events. Then we will move on to the women's 200 meters breaststroke, followed by multi-class 50 meter butterfly, men's 50 meter backstroke will round us out. And I think that should say a women's 200 meters individual medley at the bottom of that screen. Don't worry, we're not going to make the 50 butterfly swimmers swim twice. So thank you very much for sticking with us in this long morning of heat. We will see you back here at 5 p.m. for this evening's finals. Goodbye.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey!